We bite with
We
another
back?
one.
What's up, y'all? Oh my goodness.
You know
What's
what I'm
up,
saying? We back
y'all?
with another one, man. It's your boy Alico Ace, formerly known as T Stripe.
And I'm your girl, Kiki Simone.
And she the co-host today. I'm the host today.
Okay.
I'm the one.
Oh, goodness.
You feel me? But yeah, we want to welcome y'all to Flight 10,000, where
One.
could put 1,000 a flight and
Two could
can
put
10,000 a
10,000.
flight. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah, man. Last week was a good topic.
Or last episode.
Yeah, last episode was last week. It's gonna be you messing up.
No, you messed it up.
Nah, you messing up. I said last week.
We do every 2 weeks, bruh.
You right. She right. I'm with you when you right. You know what I'm saying? Which brings us to our topic for the day.
And I have no clue what it is, y'all.
Zero. But she finna get their work. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So look, our topic for the day. Drum roll, please. Is trust issues.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's about to get hot in here.
It's getting hot in her.
When you hear trust issues, what comes to mind?
I mean, what doesn't come to mind, honestly, because you can not trust because of hurt, disappointment, not having expectations met. It could be a host of things when it comes to trust issues. There's a lack somewhere and something's not meeting a need. So people end up having trust issues because of different things that happen.
Okay. So I kind of want to come from a different angle.
Uh-oh.
You know, normally when we talk about trust issues, it's related to cheating, stepping out, you know, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, in the marriage. You know, one of the significant other stepping out and messing around on the other one. But I just want to talk about trust issues from the aspect of in the marriage where you have to trust your significant other with certain things, or in areas where when your significant other or yourself realize that you struggle in this area, but your significant other may be good in this area.
He coming for me, y'all.
I ain't coming for you.
I'm just playing, babe. My goodness.
I ain't know, because you know
he's so serious.
Hey, I'm just saying though. You feel me? We got to go to bed together tonight. You feel me? But when you may figure out, you know, like, dang, you know what? Because a lot of times we have this thing in our minds where we good until we realize that we ain't good.
True. Very true.
You know, in certain areas of our lives. And then, you know, where you might be weak at something, I might be strong at, and vice versa. Where I'm weak and insufficient in certain areas, you way better. So, you know, I have to, where I've been relying on myself and doing things the way that I've been doing it, which ain't really been sufficient or beneficial to me. Now I have to trust you. But then sometimes we have trust issues.
Relinquishing control.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, yeah, that's what I want to talk about tonight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I'm with it because it's so many different layers to trust. I honestly thought you were going to go a different way with it when
I initially said
it. When you said it, I was like, okay, he ain't going to do the typical cheating, but he's going to find something else. And I still thought it was going to be something else.
But no, just being able to trust your significant other in areas that you can't trust yourself.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's trust issues all because now it's all the way around the board. Because now, before you even bring your significant other into the picture, you got trust issues within yourself.
Mm-hmm. But some people don't even realize that they don't trust themselves. They don't even know. They might, like, I'm just going to say, like, what mine is, like, with money management. Like, I didn't know how bad of a money manager I was until
Got with me.
I got with you. And so it allowed me to see things about myself that I did not like. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. You really do got to know yourself. Like you were saying, you got to know that.
You realize I can't be trusted for real in this area, at least at this point in time, because the goal is always to grow and to develop and become better.
Right.
Now, however, some people in marriage, some people might just be like, you know what, hey, I'm just no good here in this area, and I just trust, I put this on my wife or I put this on my husband, and we don't have no problems, and everything runs smooth. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some people want to grow in that area to where, okay, I don't want it to all have to be on my significant other.
I want to share the load.
Yeah, I want to be able to equally, you know what I'm saying, bear this yoke with them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say burden. I don't want to call it a burden, but yeah. So I guess my question for you would be, how do you deal with trusting your significant other? Because also, like you said, in your situation, you could say, okay, I'm used to having.
Right.
So in my mind, it really ain't been an issue because I'm having. I might blow money, but it's cool because I'm gonna get it again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But now in our situation, having a family, kids, everything like that, you know, it probably was sufficient when you was by yourself doing that. Right. But now as a family, everything different. Has to be accounted for. You know what I'm saying? Right. So how, you know, what is it like having to trust in somebody who ain't used to having nothing?
Well, I think that the main thing is going back to what you initially said. You got to really start with yourself first before I can trust someone else. Even though I know I should be able to trust someone else, I do have to look at myself. In my scenario and in my case, it's a moment by it. I'm not going to say moment by moment. It's a decision by decision thing. Mm-hmm. So when the opportunity presents itself, now I have the opportunity to make a decision. What am I going to do with it? So anytime there is money coming in, what am I going to do with it? Every time something comes in, I have a decision to make. And for me, it's huge. For you, it may not be. But for me, it's a big thing to be like, okay, this just came in. Now let me give it the babe. You know, that's huge for me. For you, it may be like very, very small. Like, this is what we talked about. This is what we agreed upon and all this great stuff. And even though that is the case, it's still a decision I have to make and that I have to follow through with. And that is hard a lot when you're coming from the mental state that I had concerning, you know, going back to relinquishing control. Right. So it's a decision by decision thing for me. And, okay. Yeah.
Okay. So at what point do you or do you not trust yourself concerning the situation?
That's a great question. I feel like I'm in a hot seat and I love it. At what point do I think when we have our own motives or mind to do something other than what something may be needed for, then that's when it's like, oh, I got to make this decision. But the good thing for me is that I know that many times your decisions and how you operate and how you move really is for the betterment of the home. And sometimes my mind, if I'm just honest, is the betterment for this over here, or the betterment for that over there, or, oh, I don't think this will hurt, this right here. Right. But you always have the mindset of, okay, what's going to be in the long run? And you've proven many times that I should have listened to my husband. He said it tonight too, y'all. He said it before we recorded this. So I had no idea he was talking about this, but yeah.
I wasn't talking about this, but yeah.
He wasn't, but he was.
It just tie in,
He
when
wasn't,
you flow
but
with
he
the Holy
was.
Spirit, everything just flow and it just interweave and it just, you feel me, y'all.
No, but it's good because I really think having healthy dialogue and talking about, where you may not be, not you, but me, may not be the best in the area. Now, it's not just, I don't want y'all to think that like, I'm just out here wilding out. Okay. I don't want y'all to think that I'm just.
She out here wilding out. I'm talking about BMF, big meats, blowing money fast. Yeah. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all.
So it's not even about that. It's everything is a mindset, honestly. Right. It's like you train your mind to do a certain thing, and either you're gonna follow through with it or you're not. And that's the bottom line to it. And yeah.
So what are some things that I struggle with in trusting you with in terms of like from on the flip side, like?
I don't know. You got to tell me. What don't you trust me with?
No, I'm saying from the aspect of like, okay, yours is a financial thing. Mm-hmm. And you know that I'm good with finances. What's something that?
Oh, I know what you're saying. I know what he's saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I would say organization and time management.
She's trying to get some get back.
I am not, but he did ask the question, did he not? Yeah, I would definitely say organization. Like, I'm a planner, I'm a thinker, so I plan and think of things outside, in the future, in the long run. And you're kind of a go with the flow person, which sometimes that's not always, it's sometimes like oil and water. Sometimes it don't mix. So
look at you.
Yeah.
You happy to say that? I don't like that little look on your face.
I'm just saying sometimes it don't mix. I be around here like, man, bruh, if you would just plan this out, we would already have this. But then he probably thinking the same thing when it comes to the financial side of, man, if you would have just held on to this, you would have had, so yeah, it go both ways.
No, that's real. That's real. I got to do better when it comes to that for sure. I got to do better. That's all I can really say on that.
That's all better. He got to say on this one. Let me ask you a question. Go ahead. So what do you think is hindering you from being able to move forward with the whole organizational thing? Is it too much to see all at one time? Like, what's really holding you back from just saying, you know what? I'm an entrepreneur. I got this, and this. What is it that's preventing you from being able to be like, okay, let me just organize all this and get this together?
I'm working on it.
No, but I'm asking you a question, like, or what has been the hindrance?
Me.
What does that mean?
Me. Just my my mind frame, my way of thinking, like you said, just kind of do stuff in the moment, Just I ain't never really been a structured person in that regard. Mm-hmm. Now of course, I like to keep the house clean. I do have structure when it comes to certain things, but the things that I really need the structure in, that's, you know, like that's beyond just me personally, and like I was saying earlier, now okay, thinking about the family, thinking about us and how we move, and you know, the business, the ministry, and things of that nature. I just ain't never really been you know, a planning type person. I just been always been just like, wake up, what I'm gonna do today. It's like day by day, you know, case by case type situation.
And see, and I've been the total opposite. I've been the everything is structured, planned out, methodical. Like there's a strategy, there's a, you know, and there's even sometimes the backup plan if, you know, so
you got a backup plan to the backup plan to the backup plan.
I've always just been that person. And so, and the danger in that really is not giving the Holy Spirit the opportunity to intervene
and
when you are like
go,
that.
And when things don't go as planned.
Yeah.
Now you know, and for me, when things don't go as planned, I'm just like, maybe.
And I'm just like, bruh, don't you see something wrong? Like,
I guess it just wasn't supposed to go like that then. All right, cool beans. Like,
and
you know
see,
what I'm saying?
and we can also be in that regards of what you just said, we can also be in a place to where it's like, oh, well, I guess things were supposed to go that way. And sometimes it really isn't. It's just the lack of, you know, perseverance, getting up, you know, being, you know, on
intentional.
it. Yeah, and intentional about being on something. Sometimes it isn't just, that's just the way it was supposed to go.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
So, I mean, on both sides, there's pros and cons to both, but I think that's where we balance each other out. But I ain't gonna lie, he always used the trump card on me all the time. He always trumped me when he be like, I'm the head of the household, so this is what we're gonna do. So that's where I can never win. That's where I can never win. Okay. Oh, and it sucks to have to submit like that sometimes. That's why I be saying he when he say he poked the bear, he really do be poking the bear.
But then, you know, I do it, but then, you know, I don't just be like really like ruling with an iron fist.
He's not.
Like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
that's
what
true.
I'm saying? I
but he
stuff,
gonna use it though.
I have intention. I be intentional when I do certain stuff like that. It be to see where she at, see how she thinking sometimes, you know, just kind of.
Y'all believe that?
Yeah, they believe it.
No, they don't.
I'm telling the truth. I just be wanting to see where she at. Like sometimes I might do something. I might say, hey, we finna do this. And then I might say, nah, I changed my mind. We finna do this. Just to see if she gonna be like, all right, cool. But a lot of time, baby be like, nah, you said we didn't do that. I'm like, nah, I changed my mind. No, but you just said. I'm like, okay, I said that. But I changed my mind just to see if she gonna go with the flow. And it just be making her get all in her little feelings and stuff. And when she get in her feelings, then I politely be like, hey, I was just kidding. You know, this ain't we boom, boom, boom.
Change is different for me.
But see, sometimes you got to be okay with change too, though.
And you're absolutely correct. Sometimes change is different. But when you such a planner,
like how you just said,
right,
to everything down to the tears, it's like what happens when things change. What happens when you plan and then the change is out of your control or out of your jurisdiction, and it's God. You get up, you gonna get upset. You're gonna be furious. You're gonna be anxious. You're gonna be running around pulling your hair. Or will you be able to just learn how to flow?
Well, I've been doing better, honestly. I'm gonna let me retract my statement. Change has been difficult for me in the past. I started learning about change management and how to change my thinking like maybe 2 years ago, and so I've been working on being okay with things as they change. But still, in the same token, it's important to understand the pros and the cons of when your plans get interrupted. Your plans get interrupted for different reasons to see how you're going to respond. Like you said, I just want to see how you're going to respond. But he don't never have to, you know, he poking the bear when he do that. But he be intentional. But when the Holy Spirit does it, it's literally for us to be able to see how we're going to respond, you know, when things actually do happen. How are we going to treat people? How are we going to handle a situation? Are we going to respond? Are we going to react? And so those types of things really make a difference when it comes to change management. And I really think I got to do better.
For sure. Hey, man, listen. That's our time for today's
Yes.
episode. Yeah, man. Flight 10,000, man. It's your boy Alico Ace.
And it's your girl, Kiki Simone.
And it's Flight 10,000 again, where one could put 1,000 to flight and two
can put 10,000 to flight.
Man, we hope y'all have a blessed day.
And we out of here.
Yeah.
We'll holla.